I learned how to pitch was in my brother's front yard, and there's 17 years difference between me and my brother. He'd call me a sissy and you know, all kinds of names that I wasn't throwing hard enough, and I think that's really where my wild delivery came from. We had a tryout in our neighborhood for a team that we were going to put together, and I tried out and they said, you're going to be our pitcher, so the rest is history. I was looking forward to really getting my education, and I got detoured. I remember running into my mom's house. I said, Mom, I got a job. And my mom said, well, Rick, this gentleman over here has a job for you too. And she says he's a scout from the Chicago White Sox. And when I signed that contract, I cried all day. I borrowed my brother's Jeep and I went up in the foothills of the Rockies. Right then and there I had said, I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I do know this, that I'm going to give it my best shot. And there aren't going to be any shoulda, woulda, couldas, ifs, ands, or buts. I'm going to give it everything I've got. I ended up running into a couple of people early on in my career with the White Sox. Chuck Tanner, who was a huge influence, had a huge influence in my career. Of course, he was the manager. And then a great pitching coach by the name of Johnny Sane. At that juncture in my career was the greatest thing that ever happened to me, because I could throw a ball through a car wash without getting wet, but I had no idea about what a breaking ball was, or a curveball, or off-speed pitch. Chuck Tanner was a very tough manager, but hey, I've always said my toughest teachers were the best teachers. Another guy that I ran into my first year in the big leagues was in 1972 was Dick Allen, the greatest player that I ever had the privilege of playing with, and that's quite a statement, because I played over 22 years in the big leagues, and I've 9 different teams, and I played with a lot of great players, but Dick Allen took me under his wing and really gave me an education that all the money in the world could not pay for, and he taught me from a great hitter standpoint of how to pitch and make pitches to different guys, and it was invaluable.
To honor a legend in your life, visit the banquet hall at Coors.com.